guys, and I'm back with a full-length video today, and I have some brand new release epoxy resin from Resiners Official, and they kindly sent me this to review as I am a brand collaborator for them, and I am super grateful. So I have part A in front of me here, and it has graduated markings down the side of the bottle, which I will show later on, and you also get these handy pouring spouts. Now, rather than just pouring straight out of the bottle and it dripping and running down the side of the bottle, these handy little spouts are perfect. So you just need to take off the actual lid and the seal, and I'm trying to see if there's another bit round there, and I'm just going to get some gloves on and finish taking that top seal off. Now you no longer need that original lid, because once you've put the spout and it pushes in tightly, so you've got no worry about any leakage from the outside. Now I struggled to get that in myself, so I thought if I screwed the lid on, then obviously the motion of me pushing down and screwing the lid on will force that in properly, and I was right, it did. Now luckily no resin went on that lid, and you'll see why in a minute. But there we have, all done. Don't need that no more, so we can just put that on and get on with this video. So yeah, I've got my cup and I'm going to be pouring a teddy bear, trying this resin out. So let's get on. So as you can see, I've now changed the lid on part A to the white lid, because the actual part A is a white bottle and part B is a grey bottle. So like I said, it was a good job I didn't get no resin part A on that lid, so I could just swap it over. And I'm going to try and show, hopefully you can see the graduation marks, so you can see how much is left. There you go, look, 1000 ml, and that's right from the bottom to the top. So I have mixed my resin, or actually I've just poured my resin, and we're going to start mixing that now. I done 33 ml of each by volume, as this is a 1:1 ratio resin by volume. It is bubble free, although I did mix this viciously so I could use the Resiners bubble vacuum machine. It is self-leveling, yellow resistant, low odour and no VOCs. Now the VOCs is what makes resin toxic and gives it that stinky ponk. But once you mix A and B together, there are no VOCs in this. So yeah, work time is 40 minutes roughly. It says you can demould within 8 hours, and full cure time is 24 hours, and this resin does have a 1-year expiry date for use. And it, just like any normal epoxy resin, you mix slowly until there are no swirls. Make sure to scrape the sides and the stick and to stir thoroughly. You can warm part A if it's cold. As you can see, I've added some pink alcohol ink, and yeah, so I'm just going to carry on mixing this, and then I'm going to put it in the vacuum bubble remover and pop the bubbles. Now I I am wearing a mask, hence why I'm doing a voiceover, but I wear a mask regardless of what resin that I'm using, so we'll just put that out there. So I'm going to run this for the 5 minutes. This particular vacuum bubble remover has 2 cycles, 5 minutes or 9 minutes. I'm going to run it for the 5 and see how we get on, because I haven't got much resin mixed. And while we're watching the bubbles pop, you can see how many bubbles are in there, and as the video goes through you'll see them slowly rising to the top of the surface. But while we're watching these, I will put out there that obviously the more resin you mix, because it heats to cure, you've got to work somewhat quickly, because obviously the more you mix, the quicker it will heat and the quicker it will flash cure and spoil if you don't get it into your mould quick enough. So you can see there, those final few bubbles are the ones that are clinging to the outside rim of the cup itself. But we've spritzed that with some isopropyl alcohol to get rid of them surface bubbles, and that is completely crystal clear. And now I'm just going to get it in the right angle, spritz that with some isopropyl. I always spritz my moulds first as well, and then pour away. Now all I'm doing now is just taking this and I squidge the resin into the ears just to make sure it gets into the right, you know, bottom parts of that mould, because them ears are little diddly pieces. And then I'm just going to continue to pour up. Wasn't sure if there was a bubble at the front there. Now that bubble would have been due to pouring and creating, like, I can't think of the word, but like creating a bit of oxygen as the resin is hitting the mould. So like a little bubble of foam. Some bubbles do form and they, you know, they just appear where they just pop out of the mould. But that wasn't, it was just me being self-conscious. Pour that right to the top. I will give it a final spritz of isopropyl, but it's just something I always do. That is personal to, you know, how I work with resin. It is a very fine mist, so it doesn't leave any residue or affect the ratio in any way, shape or form. And then I will cover it with a pot to keep it dust free, because the last thing I want is a transparent bear to have a dusty bottom. And then we will come back in 8 hours. As it said, 8 hours to unmoulding, and we'll see. Okay, it's time to unmould. So yes, it has been 8 hours since I've mixed this, and you can see that it is cured. Now let's see. Come on, bear. Be nice. Always struggle with the ears. There we go. Come on, bear. There we go. So there is our beautiful pink bear, completely bubble free, cured after 8 hours, enough to unmould, but will be fully cured in 24. Now bearing in mind this is a pretty deep mould, we had some spill that pinged there. We have no flash curing under his chin, which I normally get, but there is not. The detail is perfect. yeah, it is bubble free. Look, if I take my hand away, bubble free, absolutely gorgeous. All with the new epoxy resin 1:1 ratio, available in 32-ounce bottles, 1-gallon bottles and 2-gallon bottles. I will put all of the descriptions, I will put all of the information in the description box below. It's been a while since I've done a full video. Yeah, so I will put that in the description box below. I have a discount code, or I'm not exactly sure. I think if you click my link, you automatically get discount. But like I said, everything will be in the description box below. So if you would like to try some of this, go to the description, click that link, and treat yourself to some of this brand new resin. And I can actually say as well, when it said low odour, normally when I come back into my shed and I take, you saw that was, you know, over it, I do get some odour. Nothing, no smell whatsoever. So yeah, I really rate this, really rate this. I'm absolutely stunned with the quality of the way this bear's come out, no flash curing. So yeah, check out that description box below for all the info. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up, and until next time, bye bye.